This is going to be a pretty quick video, but I wanted to introduce you guys to this resource that I think is just really useful and something that we should all really know about. This was brought to my attention from the Extreme Card Breaks YouTube channel. Check him out if you haven't. So basically, this is an altered card database sponsored by TiffanyCards.com or just on the TiffanyCards.com website. Basically, what this is you can go here and they have a database of different cards that maybe have been stolen, have been altered in some way, and you can look them up by different sport. There's different ways. So for example, the way I think this is really very useful is if you have a card that you're thinking about buying. Let's say you go to the baseball card database. Let's say you're thinking about buying a Hank Aaron card, since he's on top here. You can look through the Hank Aaron cards and see certain, they even have here a certain grade and a certain certificate number from grade. There's a PA 7 that there is reason to believe that it's altered. So you can go through and search for, if you press the Control F button and search for whatever player you want. Let's say you do Mays. Look at that, 164 search results. So you can go through and search and see, if your card may have been altered or stolen, or if there's some other potentially sketchy thing. Some of the stuff in there might be wrong as well. But it's a good database to go and check. And also, if you see stuff that is potentially nefarious, this is a good place to submit it. To let them know, so it becomes part of their database. So you can look through, by sport. There was baseball, there was basketball. If you're specifically looking to see if this card was stolen as well, you can do the same thing. So this is just basically, it's from all the different sports, but it's all the things that there's reason to believe that it was a stolen card, and that if you see that card out in the wild, that it's from originally a stolen source. So this is I just think this is great. I mean, this is something that's needed. This is something that I didn't know existed, and I've always thought did need to exist. So that's all I wanted to do with this video, is just kind of share with you the reality that this exists, and invite you to go and take a closer look and explore through. I've only been introduced to it more recently myself, so there's a lot of different sections on this website that I haven't really looked through. Maybe there's some more interesting stuff as well, but just for this part, this altered card database, I think this is great. This was needed. I think this is something we should all be supporting. I mean, if we see different ways to contribute to this, I think this is something that is only useful if it becomes more common in the hobby. If it's just kind of this little side thing that a couple of people do, the database will always be pretty small. But if it can become something that's embraced by the hobby community, that's known about by the hobby community, that's used as a resource, especially when you're buying high-end cards or selling high-end cards, to look and make sure that card doesn't have there's not something nefarious about it. This is a good place to go. And if we collectively all use this more frequently, I think it only becomes more and more useful. So anyway, that's it for this video. I just wanted to introduce this to you. Peace.